All right, shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and this society. I'm start out giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work, and the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. So I just wanted to hop into a quick sit down. It's gonna be a little just some for you women that, hey, if your husband got another wife and she's not really fully in the truth, but you are the one that's striving to be more diligent in the truth, and that brother's first wife really not a woman that's like in the truth, but she pleased to dwell with him, that's not your place to try to check him and tell him he having his cake and his ice cream and eating it too. You supposed to be a woman of the Lord and understand, okay, she not a woman that's really of the truth. Um, so it's just certain things he don't want to do around her to offend his first wife. But nah, but it's always when it comes to a lot of you women, you always think about yourself, and then you want to say that that person being selfish. How the hell your husband being selfish when he do things for you? He helping you with things. He doing this for you, making sure he giving you time, spending days with you. Making sure you got a little money in your pocket if you need it. He of course he gonna help out. You know, that's his job anyway. You know, but if you well off, got a little money, then you ain't really worried about the money. You just worried about little things that you could get done around the house. He pleasing you. What the hell do that got to do with him not trying to offend his first wife? How that make him selfish? See, that's the problem. A lot of you women be out of order with that, man. And the reason why I'm making this because it be brothers that have, maybe a couple brothers that may have more than one wife, and that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Long as he balancing out and taking care of his business and the truth. But then you got the wife that is supposed to be on point with the truth, but still being a demon. That's going off, and that happened with the not gonna say his name, a brother. I'm just saying a brother wife was doing that and talk about she was gonna tell the first wife about tell the first wife who she is. She was gonna sit on the porch steps and stuff so she could have a talk with her to start up some shit because she ain't a full believer because his first wife wasn't a full believer. That's going off. That's just straight wickedness, and that's why he left her ass alone. No, that's not your place. His first wife was supposed to be taken care of how he want to take care of her, according to Deuteronomy 21:10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage should not be diminished. So he ain't gonna diminish his first wife duties of marriage or whatever. And if he can't talk to you right now, just accept that he can't talk to you right now because he's dealing with his first wife. Making sure she's straight, making sure she ain't offended. Because, you don't want to have offend your wife just to offend her because the other wife mad and feeling some type of way. And now you feeling some type of way, you gonna tell your husband, oh, you could talk to her outside my house now. Now you got a problem because you mad, because you and your feelings. No, that's going completely off, man. You don't have no rights to say that. Talk about cake and eat it too. And a lot of you women, man, you better check that right now. Check that bad demonic spirit on you right now, because we about to be out of this place, man. Straight up. And it's about to be a lot of destruction. And he don't have to tell his first wife every goddamn thing. It ain't nothing. He don't have to. This is Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, and put not ye confidence in a God, and keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lie in thy bosom. So he don't have to tell his first wife everything about you too much. Guess what? The first wife know of that he dealing with another woman already. She already know of. Why put more? Oh, this blatantly these keep telling her, yeah, I'm about to be with the other wife. No, this to vex her, knowing she not even a full believer. just to vex her. That's wicked, you know? Just to try to make somebody mad because you feeling some type of way. Oh, you should just let her know, but you know how you got it going. It's like a cake and eating. No, that's going off because you know what it is. You listen. It be a lot of these women listening to these other guys out here on these different programs. They not in the truth though. It be some guys, they got both of their wife, they on point with them, they taking pictures together and all of that. That's because they not in the truth though. They not amongst the truth. See, the truth is different. See, when you in the truth, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna go through some things. It ain't gonna be sweet like that. You know, you can have it happy and peaches and cream, taking pictures with all your wives and stuff. It don't work like that, man. See, a lot of you don't understand it's the fiery trial. And a lot of you women need to check their emotions, man. The ones that actually is listening and learning. Just stay in your place and stay in your lane. You follow orders. You don't get out of order with your husband. You know, but yeah, all that out of order. Out of orderness, man. You know, just to, first of all, you don't just make your cause you upset and out of order. You don't make his just go make his first wife mad, then cause her to want to go commit adultery or something, man, cause she in her feelings. A lot of you women really need to check yourself, man, because y'all don't understand like the things we already have to deal with. We already dealing with bullshit. You know, the men that be dealing. So all of that, you need to check that at the door, man. I usually don't even try to make videos like this, but things got to get checked because a lot of you women are totally out of order, man. The way you talking to your husband, the way you saying things, that's completely out of order. You really need to get yourself in order, man. Like real talk. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not pleased with that. You know, that's not cool at all, man. This First Corinthians 7 and 10. But I'm gonna read this. And to the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord Yahweh, let not the wife depart from her husband. But and if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be ridiculed to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Of course, he can't put her away. So why would he? Hey, man, you can't just leave your wife. You gotta make. So if she pleasing to dwell with you, man, she got to dwell. That's just what it is. But if you a wife that do understand the scriptures, then you should understand that it should never be no disrespecting this man, trying to throw some westernized American bull crap on this man because he know who he is. He's an Israelite and he know how he's supposed to really live. But of course he gotta maneuver around society so he don't be getting into all these extra problems and arguments and you know because you feeling some type of way. You know that's out of order, man. You know you need to stay in your place. But to the rest I speak, not I the Lord, not the Lord Yahweh. If a brother have a wife that believe not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. So you don't put, if she a believer, you know, a non-believer, I mean, you don't put her away. Plain and simple. You know. Now, could you put her away because she's not a full believer? I mean, in a way, you could, but if she pleased to dwell with you, she ain't did nothing no wickedness on you. She ain't commit adultery on you. She ain't out here just all out and about partying and shit. And she listening to you. She doing what you tell her. Sometimes, of course, she gonna be a headache sometimes. That's what women do, you know. It says that you gonna have trouble in the flesh. But if she ain't doing none of that to you, what's the problem? And then according to the scripture, I got it's one in here somewhere. Hold on. Where is it at? Give me a second. This one right here, verse 29. If you want me to get technical, this is how a man supposed to look at all his wives. This 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. This I say, brethren, the times is short. It remaineth that both that both they that have wife be as though they have none. And this is how we supposed to be anyway. I'm mad supposed to be focused on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua first and foremost, like if we don't have a wife sometimes, doing this work. Not always catering to your woman emotions because she in her feelings. Because you in your feelings. You mad. And you want to talk to your husband any old kind of way. That's completely out of order. You women need to learn how to check yourselves, man. Destruction is right around the corner. I don't care what the hell y'all think. Destruction is about to come, man. But if you is dealing with a woman, of course you're going to have trouble in the flesh. So if the first wife, being a demon, why would you want the next wife to be a demon too? You don't want both of them being demons, but of course they're going to give you, hell, men out there that do have women, so you expect, do not expect that things to happen. Expect the worst. Hope for the best. Don't be smart. Don't marvel if your woman trespass. Don't do none of that because these women still in the world, man. Even the women that is listening and learning, they still be thinking worldly sometimes, man. You should, if that woman dealing, she got to at least put her mind around, listening, understanding, like, man, I need to start thinking more highly and understanding where my husband is coming from. It's not women always want to make it about them, But some women do get the ideology not to want to conquer the man, but they still be having, even if they don't want to conquer the man, they still be having a shit to say that be off, completely off, Here it is. It's actually the next verse up, verse 28. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marries, she hath not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Exactly, you're gonna have trouble in the flesh dealing with a woman, because sex is marriage, which that's why I said you don't sin, because this proves that sex is marriage. But you're gonna have trouble in the flesh, man. That's all it is. It's gonna always be some arguing. Women get in their feelings and always. You're gonna always have a little argument here and there. It ain't gonna some women ain't as bad where you have to beat them over the head. That them the women you need to leave alone. If a woman being a complete demon trying to destroy your image, trying to get you locked up, trying to fight all the goddamn time, like I'm talking about physical fighting, messing you up at your job, messing you up with doing the work of the Lord, you need to leave that woman alone. Them type of women, you need to excommunicate right away. Like, for real. Ain't even no point in even trying to hold on to a woman like that. Because it's just going to be, it's never going to be no peace with them type of women. I'm just going to be keep it a buck with anybody that have wives. It's not going to be peace. Trust me. I know by experience. By experience. Some of them women you going through that's trying to destroy things, you get rid of them right away. You see it. You should be able to see it right then and there. Trust me, I saw things like that, left that woman alone because I already knew what was going to be the outcome. It was either me being locked up or me, man, or me getting put, or me putting someone to death, man. And that's just ain't no point in putting yourself in that position. But to you women that is learning and listening, stop disrespecting your husband, man. Talking about cake and eating it too, or this, that, or you could talk to her outside of my house now because that's not, because it don't matter. He don't have to deal with how he deal with you is how he deal with you. How he deal with his first wife is how he deal with his first wife. He don't have to deal with y'all on the same level. It's levels to this. That's another thing. Y'all don't understand that it's levels in this truth, man. It's levels to how you deal, man. This is Proverbs 11:1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So if he balancing out how he balance it, what's going to keep him peace, That's his balance. Like and he able to still do the work, and he able to still give y'all time. Then it should never be a problem. You should never open up your mouth saying nothing. You know. See, a lot of you women, because Job 39, I'm going to get it, in 17, it says, because the Most High Power God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Y'all don't have understanding. Y'all don't have wisdom like that. You learn that through that man, or whatever man you learn from. But that's the problem. Like, listening to these other platforms, and that's out of order. That's why a lot of you women got the nerve to come to your husband and say some things that's completely out of fucking line, man. You're not even supposed to be listening to another man. To be honest, all these different platforms out here, man. You're supposed to listen to your husband. It says if you want to learn anything, learn from your husband at home. You know? But listening to them different platforms bring confusion. That's why it says right here in Ecclesiasticus, hold on if I blew on that. This Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 verse 8. Turn thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another beauty, which is another man's woman. You shouldn't be gazing at her. You know, in this world, it's hard because we in this wicked flesh, and these women just be walking half naked. And sometimes you don't even know if that woman got a man. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For henceforth love is kindled as a fire. Sit not at all with another man's wife. This is why you don't sit at all with another man's wife. Because things like this, that woman listening to this other man, getting deceived, getting persuaded, then what end up happening? Committing adultery. Now you are damned to destruction. Nor sit down with her in thy arms, cuddling her, comforting her, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so though thy desire thou fall into destruction. Into destruction. So that's what's gonna end up happening, man. You women that be out of line, talking against your husband, cause he deal with his main wife a different way how he deal with you. You don't have no rights to talk about that. You don't have no rights to say anything about that. Calling him selfish when he ain't never been selfish to you. Is he making sure you get things done around the house? Is he taking care of certain things that you need? And if he ain't got the money like that to fully do you financially, hey, well, if he do got some money, will he not throw it to you? Do you not ask him for the money? Oh, you got your own money, so you just need other things done. Is he not doing that? If he not spending time with you, do he not talk to you every day? So what's the problem? What's the problem, man? That's the problem, man. A lot of you women like, what's the problem? Is he doing things for you in general? So then what's the problem? You don't. It's not your place to talk about how he deal with the other wife. Plain and simple. It's not your place. If he's providing for you all the way, regardless, either or, man, it's not your place, man. You women really need to check that stuff at the door, man. He don't have to deal with her like how he deal with you because you learn it. That's just completely out of order and madness. And a lot of you women when you talk against your head, you talking against your Yahweh Ba'ashib Yahweh Shai. I mean, we bring the scripture out every time. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. Matter of fact, we got to start at 1 every time because the oracles. What is the oracles? The scriptures. You breaking the law. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am a follower of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I deliver them to you. So you supposed to keep the ordinance, man. And what's the ordinance? The scriptures, the laws, the statutes and commandments to the best of your ability. You don't go outside of that, and that goes for you women, man, as well. You don't go outside of that. Talking against him is like talking against the Lord. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Most High Power of God. That's just what it is. That's the order, Yahweh, the Almighty. So when you doing that, you going out of order. You disrespecting him, telling him how he should deal accordingly. Oh, you have doing this and that, man. That's the sound like this. You getting out of order. You got demons on you right now. You really need to go sit and pray. And hope he don't curse you and denounce your prayers. Because a man could take away the woman's prayers. Hold on, I'm about to get that. Here you go right here. This is Numbers 30:3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord Yahweh, and bind herself by a vow, being in her father's house in her youth, and her father hear her vow, and her vow wherewith she have bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, then all her vows shall stand, and every vow wherewith she have bound her soul shall stand. It's because that's what, if the father hold his peace. See, the man gotta hold his peace. If you make prayers or you do certain things, if you asking for certain things and you want to stick by it, he have the father. If you ain't have a husband, if you in his house, he have every right to say to stop it. Like, Lord, nah, don't let none of that go out. I'm gonna keep going. But if her father hold on.
But if her father disallow her in the
day that he heareth not any of her vows or of her bond wherein she had bind her soul should stand, and the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her because her father disallowed her. And if she have at all a husband when she vow and utter out of her mouth her lips wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband hear it, and her husband hear it and hold his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow should stand, and she and her bond wherewith she bond her soul should stand. But if her husband disallow her on the day that he heareth it, then he shall make her void which she void, and that which she utter with her lips, wherein she bound her soul, or none effect, and the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her. But every vow a widow and of her is divorce, wherein they have bound their soul, should stand against her, because she ain't got no husband or no father. She a widow. But if you got a husband, he could stop your vows, your prayers, whatever. He could stop it. He could disallow it. No, man, Lord, I disallow that. I ain't dealing with her right now. I'm mad at her anyway, because she was getting out of order with me. So she good. Don't let none of her stuff go out. And a husband have every right to do that. So for you women to get out of order with your head, you really disrespecting the Lord at this point. Talking mess, man. And I ain't mean for this video to go on too long, but it just was on my spirit, because this be happening to brothers out here with the other wife that's actually believing and listening be on bull crap with the husband because the first wife don't believe. Sometimes it be the first wife that just don't believe, and she don't want to hear about you dealing with other women. She don't want to hear about the other wife. That's fine. You deal with that man can deal with that woman how he want to deal with her. Plain and simple. He don't have to cater. He don't have to tell her everything because the other wife getting mad, cause she feels some type of way. That shit is out of order, man. Straight up, y'all better. It's best to get in order while you can. Don't stop playing around with the Lord before He destroy y'all ass. And don't get the King David treatment either. A lot of you women are gonna get the King David treatment, where you don't get dealt with, And if you go outside and go deal with somebody, you're gonna get destroyed. So, hey, you don't want the King David treatment. What he did to Saul's daughter, locked her ass in a dungeon, and then have sex with her for the rest of her life. He didn't deal with her. And she couldn't go get a husband. She had to die like that. But of course, a lot of women, they wicked. They'll go out and do it anyway. And they're going to get destroyed. Plain and simple. But I ain't got to go on too much more about this, man. Because, like I said, man, however, you women that's listening and learning, you better stop giving your man hell about that. That's none of your business how he deal with the other wife. He don't have to deal with her how you want him to deal. And stop throwing that westernized bullshit saying cake and eat it too. That's westernized bullcrap. If we in this truth, we supposed to live according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You don't bring no western mind thinking up into this truth. That's some western stuff. We in the truth, so you should understand why he dealing with her accordingly, man. So he don't be dealing with a whole bunch of headaches, man. Trying to keep everybody happy and keep everybody happy and not arguing and fighting. You should be happy that he doing that and then still dealing with you and not giving you hell as well. Women completely out of order. I can go into more scriptures, but about to close it with that. I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash. That will honor our apostles and elders and GMF. My brothers that sincerely doing this work, and the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. Keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom Barakathum and Abba Abba.